So, one of the things I hate about having and dealing with Michaels is the fact that at this point, you really can't depend on their website and whether or not they have stuff in there as well. And that is why I am backed in at a Michaels I've never been to before, but it's close enough to the house. Actually, I might start coming here. Haven't been inside yet, but they did say that they have a particular yarn that I need for my very special event that we will be talking about here on today's Whip Wednesday. So let's run the credit sequence and I'll talk to you about what's going on, and then we'll go in the store and we'll come back out and we'll wrap it up for today. So yes, welcome back to What Wednesday. I'm Kristen, the Chris Pattern, and as you see, instead of being in our cozy little meditative yarn corner, we are in fact at a Michaels in Springfield, Virginia. The Michaels in Springfield, Virginia. Now that is the one thing, that's probably thing 0.5 of being in this craft. Either you're driving out 10, at least in my case, 10 miles in either direction to the closest Michaels, or you go to the one that is your closest Michaels, which is actually just 10 minutes over one of our bridges over the Potomac, and they don't have everything. Now, I will say I am grateful for what they did have, because we have a very special event coming up at this little theater that's right across the street from us. It's if you want to get some clues, I'm still going to be dropping hints until I'm ready to say what it is. Now, technically, Les and I have already done, the Bay have already done said special event, but we're going to celebrate said special event. So, what I'm wearing today might be a big hint. Les has not decided what she wants to wear. She says she wants to match, and I get it. Even when we queer up said institution that we are doing, and we're going to be queering that up in a really big way because we are doing it as part of a stage play that talks about and questions whether or not said institution is worth doing if you are a queer person, especially a Black queer person in these treacherous times we are in. Regardless, it is Wednesday. I am recording this on actual Wednesday because we spent all of Tuesday doing the thing. And you might see this on Tuesday. You might actually see it on Thursday. Either way, it is our weekly work in progress, shop in progress video. Now, I've decided, and I realize I don't have a solid purple dress. And that is needed because even though, let's talk about the cape first. So, even though I'm dedicated to wearing this cape, but I don't know if I want to wear this cape like this. It's not like I'm dying in having this ceremony. I don't want to spread that energy. Now, I know in other cultures, white actually means death, yet we wear white in America in this particular ritual and some other, Western countries. But that is how I ended up back at another Michaels, even though I was just here to a Michaels on Monday. At that particular Michaels trip, I got my bouquet, which is just something I want to do. They're plastic, and now that I've put them up in the house, they're adding to the decor. Something else that we're trying to do. And another reason I'm not mentioning that word, at least not yet. We are still every bit on a budget. We are still every bit on a budget, but I have, for those of you who want to help us, have something to do and money on our special day, there is a special fundraiser link down below. If you want to be in the house to watch We Are Gathered. This is technically not SponCon, but we did receive something of value, like a ticket. They don't know I'm making this video, but of course, it's me. Of course, I'm going to make a video about this process. So that is down below, and I am giving you my special code of love story so that you can come be in the building. If you are anywhere near DC, we would love to see you on June 15th at 2 p.m. There's also going to be a reception afterwards, and you'll get to see the final product in person. So now, why am I back at Michael's today? Even though I would much rather be driving in the other direction and going to my yarn shop, which is what we'll do. We will end the video there. So I worked on this last night. I pinned my beading that I got at my last trip, and in fact, I have it with me because my other plan is when I do sit down at yarn night tonight is to, now that I've gotten a sense of where I want that skirt to, or not skirt, the cape to drape, I'm gonna go in here. I do need a couple other latches, and I need an actual string that's sturdy to go under the beads. I don't think I can use the one that they brought. Like, it just looks like it's gonna break, and I need strength on my cape handle. But as you see, even though I'm doing the thing, I'm very excited about that cape. And I'm very excited about this. And walking around the store, I realized, this is when I realized I really don't want to wear black. And so I picked up their Luxe Merino. And so this particular Michaels has 4 of these. I just received my voucher. So I should be good to go on getting $10 worth of stuff. So I can get a chain, I can get the little fasteners. And if there is 4 more of those, 4 more of that particular yarn in there, I can get that. So since, we can't trust the website, let's go on inside the store. Let me check and make sure it's in there. And then we'll be right back here in the car, and I will talk to you about what I'm hoping to do with the dress. Because the dress we're still kind of working on. And it may be its own Whip Wednesday with the dress, but I do want to have enough yarn just in case. And honestly, I love me a lavender, give me a purple, give me a lavender. I will do something with it. And then my other dress, I'm going to have the lime green and purple on. It's not that it doesn't match, but I just feel like there's a clashing element here to this. I'm not trying to look clowny. I'm trying to look artsy and peacocky. That is the vibe that I'm trying to go for. My hair right now is lavender, but she's going to put a few more pink fuchsias and teals in it to open up my face. But you will see that. You will be along with this process. My biggest work in progress is preparing for my special day, or at least the celebration of that special day. Because, we celebrate queer love on this channel every day. Unfortunately, Bae is still at work. And I was like, I got to get out here for this DMV traffic to not eat me up if I plan on being at all my yarn shops. So I think I've chattered enough. And let's step in here and let's see if we can get cording, needle nose pliers, a thing that will properly go around, and we can get some of the yarn, and we can beat this rain front, because yeah, it is looking as dank as you think it is. So let's get our little story rolling. I'll come right back on in the car. So we're back in the car, and yes, I have stripped down to just my dress. Cause not that it was hot in there, but I liked it. As you see, I walked the aisles. It's laid out very, very similar to our second Michaels at home in Greensboro. So I had to come here, a little taste of home. So let's talk about not only what you saw. So I got plenty of this to go around, but I am working on, well, my original goal was to do a bodice a little bit, like with a little bit of lace and netting, and then just kind of half double or double crochet the bottom just so we can get to the bottom, just to have something under the cape. Now the cape is caping. I got some pliers and that cording and a little ring to put my little the little end post on. We'll go into more detail. In fact, I probably will do a whole video walking through the process. This is just I do these Whip Wednesdays to hold myself accountable to y'all. Doing this video today got me out of the house, in the car, to a Michael's I've not been to, but it's so close. It's like, this could easily be like 4th in the rotation for Michael's. I will say that. So, halfway decent Michael's. Definitely had a lot more stuff. And of course, I can tell that I'm further out into the burbs because the trust level is there. Now, mind you, there's a metro station not far from walking from this Michael's as well, but it's not really set up well to walk to. Honestly, so my yard could be better, but this is the wrong channel for me to go rant about that. I will link you to my urbanism channel. Anyway, let's talk about this tester here. So this is a tester, and I'll admit I'm doing the peacock feather pattern in a DK when I should be doing it in a fingering, and it was some crochet sock and blue raspberry up in there that I almost walked out with. I was like, nope, let's stay on budget. And we stayed on budget. We only spent $36 for 50 some odd dollars worth of stuff. 20% off coupon. I'm a 6% rewards member because remember, I taught a class. I bought stuff out of here. That is the real reason me and Michael's are because it kind of played me when it came to ordering stuff online. Yeah, that's right. Ordering stuff online. If it's not on the shelf, might not be in the stores. Hence why I went on ahead. Even though there were 6 skeins, I got 4. Well, yeah, I did get 4 and add to my 3. So there are 400 yards each. 4 times 3. Actually, no, 400 times 5. So that gives me about 2,100 skeins. And I'm already doing a lace pattern. So I would hope that gives me enough to do what I need to do to cover my middle. I'm going to try to approximate while I'm standing down. But I've got on the same dress that I just tested the cape drape in. So that's the length we're going for with the cape. That's the length we're going for with the dress. And then we're going to still wear the same boot shoes. I kind of want the boots, and then I got to figure out my combs. Need to probably get out here and Instacart, do something. Or y'all can like and subscribe to this video. You can tell all your friends about it. You can watch it. I'm quiet. You can watch this video over and over again to pay for my special event. Monetize me before my special event, and then we can do special things. But anyway, I am going to probably go to this Subway over here because your girl's on a budget, and then I'm gonna pop out at regular Wednesday night. And then, yeah, you'll understand why we're a day late and a little dollar short, but we got things to do. Oh, before I go, I realized I forgot I had brought the books. So we're using this one and Dora's other one. Between these two, we're gonna have a bodice and a dress. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say to that. Now I'm gonna get on the road after some Subway. All right, so we made it. We out here. You know what time it is. So like and subscribe to explore more with me. I've got a really fun video of another independent store tour. One day I will actually do an interior tour of this store. But until then, enjoy going out on this video with one of our very, very special guests of this store. Until next time.